Remember Yahoo? For a generation, it was the internet. Email, news, search. They had it all. But what if I told you that a single, almost unbelievable mistake cost them a staggering $1 trillion in lost potential value? A mistake so monumental it allowed a tiny startup to eclipse them entirely? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand exactly what that mistake was, but you'll see how it forever changed the landscape of the digital world, and crucially, what you can learn from it. Okay, so here's the deal. In the late 90s, Yahoo was unstoppable. They were the undisputed kings of the internet mountain. Think of them as the Netflix, Google, and Facebook of their era, all rolled into one. From their iconic directory to Yahoo Mail, they defined how millions experienced the web. They literally had a chance to own the future. But then, something happened. A pivotal moment, a fork in the road, where a seemingly minor decision led to an irreversible decline. Today, we're dissecting that exact moment, the story of opportunity, oversight, and the staggering price of strategic miscalculation. We'll explore. First, we'll quickly look at just how dominant Yahoo was. Then, we'll dive into the critical meeting that changed everything. And finally, we'll unpack the long-term consequences that led to Yahoo's slow, painful fall from grace, leaving $1 trillion on the table. This isn't just history. It's a cautionary tale for anyone navigating a rapidly changing world. To truly grasp the magnitude of their mistake, you need to remember the Yahoo of old. In the mid-90s, the internet was a wild west. Finding anything felt like searching for a needle in a haystack. Enter Yahoo. Their directory, meticulously organized by human editors, was a beacon of order. Need to find a recipe? Yahoo. Want to read the news? Yahoo Email. You guessed it, Yahoo Mail was king. They had first-mover advantage, massive brand recognition, and a market cap that dwarfed most tech companies. Their portal strategy, being the one-stop shop for everything online, seemed foolproof. They truly believed they had cracked the code, that their human-curated approach was superior. This confidence, however, bred a certain complacency, a blindness to what was lurking right around the corner. Now, let's fast forward to 1998. The dot-com boom is roaring, and Yahoo is at its peak. Meanwhile, two Stanford PhD students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, were trying to solve a fundamental problem. How to make sense of the entire web, not just a curated list. They believed in an algorithmic approach, ranking pages based on their links. They called their project Backrub, later renamed Google. Here's where the story gets really interesting and utterly heartbreaking for Yahoo. In 1998, with their startup running out of money, Page and Brin approached Yahoo. They offered to sell Google, their revolutionary search engine, for just $1 million. Think about that for a second. Yahoo, with billions in the bank, was offered the future of search on a silver platter. What did Yahoo do? They said no. Their reasoning: Google's search engine was too good. It sent users away from Yahoo's portal too quickly, which conflicted with their ad revenue model. They wanted people to stay on Yahoo, clicking through their curated links. They couldn't see past their existing business model. But wait, it gets worse. This wasn't the only time they made this mistake. Later, in 2002, Google was flourishing, and Yahoo had another chance. Google, now valued much higher, offered to sell again for around $3 billion. Yahoo, once again, declined. So, Yahoo doubled down on its portal. Google, fueled by venture capital, continued to innovate, eventually launching AdWords, an advertising model perfectly aligned with search results, not static banner ads on a portal. The world quickly gravitated towards Google's speed and efficiency. Yahoo's directory, once its strength, became a weakness against Google's comprehensive, algorithmic indexing. The problem Yahoo failed to see was that search wasn't a feature, it was the platform. It was the gateway to the internet. By rejecting Google, they weren't just saying no to a search engine, they were saying no to the future. Imagine being the person at Yahoo who made that call. The weight of that decision, knowing it contributed to the loss of literally $1 trillion in potential market value. It's not just a business blunder, it's a human tragedy of missed opportunity. The consequences were profound. Google went on to become the most valuable company in the world. Yahoo, desperately playing catch-up, tried to launch its own search engine, struggled with identity, went through multiple CEOs, and eventually a fraction of its former self, was acquired by Verizon for a paltry $4.5 billion in 2017, a fraction of what they could have been. So, what can we learn from this epic saga of opportunity lost? It boils down to a few critical insights that are still incredibly relevant today, whether you're building a business, managing a career, or just making daily decisions. And stay tuned, because the final lesson is something everyone struggles with, and it's the most powerful takeaway from Yahoo's downfall. Remember at the start, I asked about the mistake that cost Yahoo everything? It wasn't a technical flaw, it was a profound failure of vision. Yahoo was too focused on protecting its existing, highly profitable portal business model to recognize the disruptive potential of an algorithmic search engine. They couldn't fathom a future where users left their portal to find what they needed elsewhere. But beyond that specific blunder, there are broader lessons. Don't fear disruption. Yahoo's fear of Google taking users away from its portal prevented them from embracing the very technology that would define the next era of the internet. Sometimes, you have to be willing to disrupt your own business before someone else does. Customer centricity wins. Users wanted efficient search, and Google delivered. Yahoo prioritized its own ad revenue model over the fundamental user need for discovery. The power of focus. Yahoo tried to be everything to everyone. Google focused on one thing, search, and doing it exceptionally well. Recognize core value. Yahoo saw Google as a feature. Google saw search as a platform. Understanding what truly drives value is paramount. And here's the ultimate lesson, the one that many struggle with. The most dangerous blind spot is success itself. Yahoo was so successful, so confident in its existing model, that it became complacent. It dismissed a revolutionary idea because it didn't fit neatly into what was already working. It's a reminder that past success is no guarantee of future relevance. In a rapidly evolving world, constant vigilance, adaptability, and a willingness to embrace change, even if it means cannibalizing your own business, are the only ways to stay ahead. The story of Yahoo and Google isn't just about search engines. It's a powerful narrative about how easy it is to miss the next big thing, and how the seeds of future failure are often sown in the fertile ground of present success. If you found this deep dive into Yahoo's monumental misstep insightful, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more stories of innovation, triumph, and the occasional trillion-dollar blunder.